How much for that short ass hair? Okay, I went to a different haircut. I went to a different haircutter. And this person was 35 pounds. And to be honest, it's not a bowl cut. So that's already a win. It's 50 pounds cheaper because last time it was 85. And there's no bowl. So technically we're out here winning. 35, not bad. Not bad. We'll take that. We'll take that. Chat, tell me some news. Tell me something interesting. Tell me what happened. Tell me something interesting. Tell me what happened. When's the UK bootcamp? Next week. Next week. I'm hoping we can get a lot of camera angles set up. Did you see Saudis buying Pokemon for 3.5 billion? Wait, really? You have a link or what? You have a link? Free hums? A hump? A hope? A hump? Oh my god, I said a hump.
Pog, let's go, man.
I hope Hums is alright. Hola, Caedrel. Yo, what up, Von Delf? I hope Hums is alright. He looked so cat despair on his stream. Okay, good job. Good morning. It's good morning to you too, idiot. Faker played Mario Kart. Pokemon Go is reportedly for sale, and the price tag is huge.
Rat.
They're selling Pokemon Go to Saudi. Sell its games division to Saudi Arabia owns Scopely Inc. Jesus. Okay, we need to go to the patch notes. We initially went with 25.S1.1 in hopes of trying to make patches closer to seasons. After a couple of patches, we realized it's not the easiest thing to communicate. So this patch is 25.04. With the last patch of the year being 25.24. Wait! They kind of reverted it. They kind of reverted it. Oh, they're changing honor rewards. The honor system is revamped to reflect how players interact with one another. Now the honor is more accurate evaluation of behavioral channel communication privileges and other rewards. Chat, is there a TLDR of this? I can't read it. I can't read it. They're just removing... Orbs are gone. They removed everything. They removed capsules for Battle Pass. No more rewards. Removing honor tokens for Battle Pass XP. Wait, what do you mean they're removing honor tokens for Battle Pass XP? Riot is also removing honor capsules and orbs. Players will no longer receive capsules and orbs for leveling up their honor. Instead, they will earn XP in the Battle Pass. Who is making these decisions? Motherfuckers saw the Hextech chesting. And then they doubled down. And then they doubled down. What the fuck? They doubled down! Man, it's decisions like these that, like, make player bases drop. I saw the league player base dropped by, like, 15% or some shit. Don't quote me on it.
Violin song.
Since the Hextech chest removal. I feel like a lot of people have started boycotting the game. But no, I love this game. Why do they have to fuck it up? Isn't it? It's just so frustrating, isn't it? Like, why can't they just be, like, make human decisions and find middle grounds and workarounds for things? Because I love the game, man. Why does shit have to be like this? Like, as much as it's funny that people will, like, what's it called? People will make a lot of memes about it and, like, get lots of click interactions with it, and everyone will laugh and will make good tweets that'll get us lots of interaction farming and shit because we're all gonna shit on Riot. I also think, like, it's in all honesty, memes aside, it's quite sad, man. Like, is there no way that we can just fix this? I know we're all boycotting and saying this and that, but why does Riot have to do this? Why? Like, this game is great. People love this game. It's still a super popular game. Why do they have to keep fucking it up?
Pog, let's go, man.
Yeah, like, can we just fix this, guys? Like, can we just... Guys, surely they see the fucking backlash of removing Hextech chests. Now they remove this as well. Because these are basically the only things that give you free stuff in the game. Which are honor capsules, orbs, and chests. All 3 of them are now gone. And now they've made a fucking dogshit battle pass. I feel like if they made a good battle pass, none of this would be a problem. And they phrased it like, hey, we're going to remove Hextech chests and orbs because we're going to transition to a fully functional, dedicated battle pass that we're going to spend all our time on, and we want to make sure it's all in one centralized area. Something like that. And they actually made a good battle pass. I don't think people would be too upset. Because I feel like it isn't battle pass. I've used a few battle passes from different games. Battle pass, the free version also gives you some shit, right? It's just the paid version gives you more shit. But doesn't most games have a way where you can gamba? Like, someone in chat said it. Opening chests was kind of fun. Why did they remove the whole gamba? It was free gambas. That was the fun part. The dopamine of opening chests actually was crazy. Chat, I figured out the middle ground. What Riot need to do what Riot need to do is they need to make it so the battle pass unlocks things that you can open which give you RNG chances of getting good prizes. Does that make sense? So you open up the battle pass every few levels, you open up something, and there's a chance you'll get something great. And you could call them like Hextech orbs. Or maybe you need keys for them, I don't know. Or like you need some kind of like essence to open them. Hextech orbs. And you open them up, and it gives you a reward. Comes in as a new Riot Games CEO. $500 skin gets released. $250 skin gets released. Free Hextech chests are gone. Battle passes are nerfed. Below essence got nerfed. Battle by champions with RP. What is Pro trying to cook?
Pog, let's go, man.
Yeah, we gotta go to this whole Ruddy sack thing. I saw a lot of posts about feeling bad for hums. I was watching the games off stream. I was watching in the living room on the telly because I had some work to do, but I watched it in the background. This series. I was watching Hums' stream, and the reason I felt bad a bit was because Hums kind of just sat there in the competitive games and didn't say a word. He just tried to like focus on his own performance. And I think the reason that happened was because every time he tried to say something, he kind of got shot down by someone. Not to like name names, but he got shot down. And then whatever he tried to say was just like not receptive. So he just kind of... My take is that he just kind of like ran into a shell. But I don't think that roster will stay together. I think they will change that roster around 100%. But this is what I meant when I said that, like, I said this at the start of the split when people were making streamer teams. I said, if you make streamer teams with ex-pro players who still want to join the LEC,
let's go, man.
And you do not take it seriously, it could really affect your image and your chance of getting on an LEC team. This is what I was talking about. If you're toxic to each other, or if you lose and you come 5th place in the NLC and you still have these hopes of going to... Then these streamer teams are not a good idea. Because if people around you are not taking it seriously, and it becomes frustrating as fuck because you're losing, it only really looks bad on you. Even though they're not tryharding. It looks bad on you as well. That's the problem. You can't just come into these lower leagues, have an ego, not practice, and win. Because if the opposite happens, where you have an ego, don't practice, and lose, you look like a bunch of fucking clowns. And this is the point that I was trying to make at the start of the split. So I hope everyone got a bit of a wake-up call. And that the next time they compete in spring, they take it a lot more serious. They have a more strict scrim schedule. They're on time for scrims. They have 5 players who want to win. And then they can make content out of making fun of each other and bantering while they're actually trying. Because if you have everyone talking shit to each other and trying to be funny and like making content by flaming each other, like obviously it's content what they're doing. They're just being toxic to each other sometimes to try and make clips, right? Or whatever it is, or make content. But you're also fucking bad, then no one wants to watch that. But if you're fucking good and you're like flaming each other, then that's great. And similarly, if you're fucking good and there's no content, then it's also not great, right? There's like a balance between everything. So yeah, I definitely think that some of the toxicity got a bit too far towards Hums. as much as I understand it, there was this bantery, what is it called? Like this bantery aura around the team. And they wanted to make things like the content out of banter and flaming each other. I think they just need to go to spring, lock the fuck in, change the roster a bit, try hard for their lives a bit more, stop being like cocky as fuck and having egos on each other, and then put in the fucking effort. Because Dom put in a fucking lot of effort on the back end to make this happen. And imagine the shit that he sees after putting all this work and effort and cameras and fucking content and all that shit to try and make this work. And then he sees this. It's like, guys, I definitely think they'll make roster changes. I definitely think a lot of people looked a bit silly in this team by the way they approached conversations, and the emotional maturity was a lot lower than I thought it would be from certain players. But you live and you learn. Hopefully Hums is alright. I hope they keep Hums. I feel like Hums is a great addition to like teach, you know? Yeah, their drafting was a bit rough. Their drafting was really rough. Playing Mel into Jarvan, Serath, and playing Volibear jungle in 2025 is just a bit crazy. Hums is really motivated to get better. Yeah, I'm sure he is. But I think the conclusion here is, guys, like, it's not easy, man. These streamer teams, I feel like, it's not easy. You have to put in a lot of work. You can't just get 5 homies together and, like, go and just play competitive games. That's what I wanted. But I also realized quickly, you gotta practice, man. You gotta practice your fucking ass off. These leagues are no joke. I thought these leagues would be also quite easy. They were way harder than I thought. These games are stressful, man. Even though we haven't lost the series yet, bro, some of these series, we could have lost them easily. I read that Yankos was upset that Nemesis was watching them because he thought that Los Ratones was playing on their downfall. Actually, I think Los Ratones fans we're not preying on anyone's downfall. I always get asked by Los Ratones fans when are we gonna play Ruddy Sack? And people, I feel like the Los Ratones fans were kind of excited for that matchup and want them to win. But I was not in the chat during the series that much. I popped in and said hello to them in the last game in Discord. I feel like a lot of people wanted them to win. But the thing is, in League, there's a lot of hate watchers. Even Los Ratones, even Los Ratones has thousands of hate watchers. Everyone has hate watchers. But I don't think that the Los Ratones fans were hate watching Ruddy. I feel like they were hoping that that matchup would happen. But this is the thing with streamer teams. They're unfiltered. There's no turn off stream button and rent off stream. I feel like if you want to keep it real, you got to keep it a buck. But a lot of teams are doing well. Like Agarin's team is doing well. I think Doublelift's made a team now. Hopefully they're doing well. Our team's doing decently. We need to win still. Nord's doing well. It's just, the thing is, I'm slowly realizing, if you want me to keep it real, I'm slowly realizing that these teams are great. It's just, how do I put this into words? My biggest concern is A, how long will the content last? And B, how sustainable is it for teams? At what point does it... Does that make sense? Like, when will people get... My concern is, and I've had this concern over multiple things. I even had this concern over co-streaming. A, will people get sick of it eventually? And these streamer teams are just another, like... There's so many streamer teams that it's like... It's whatever. And no one cares anymore. And B, how sustainable is it for teams to have players that they don't pay? At what point is it where the streamer doesn't make enough content that it's not worth it for them to lose their fucking hair competing? You know? How much viewership increases and content increases do you get by playing in a competitive team? By the amount of stress you're giving yourself? And the players are not getting paid at all, right?
Yeah, I think, you know,
a lot of streamer teams, they don't pay anyone. The deal is, you compete on my team, I'll give you content.
It's one thing to get up there, it's another thing to push further.
We pay the players. Yeah, we pay the players. We have like a model that gets the players played a lot.
It absolutely does. Lahen's definitely kind of the star of the show today. You see all
sure, you pay your players.
Alongside of him when he used to wear
there's members who are salaried, and then there's everyone gets certain things going on.
Looks like Paige got
Just
a little
know,
side
okay, the best way to
boost.
describe it, just know if you buy a shirt from Lost Ratones, you're basically giving money to all the players.
In these longer series
If there's
where
a
things get
sponsor
bit
for Lost
hectic,
Ratones,
you know, you
all
have
the
to
players are
really
getting
lean in
played.
champion pools, but also Lahens, we've seen him find ways to punish teams.
That's kinda how Lost
making
Ratones
so much
works.
knowledge of.
I still remember.
They get 5%, you get
a
95.
highlight reel from
Definitely
Brewer when
not.
We used to do the, highlighting every single input that the player did and just showing him kiting on the ass was kind of
It's
crazy
not some
stuff.
crazy
Brewer,
model
he
like
was
that,
the
though.
best and hoping to still be the best. We're going to talk about some of the predictions.
They
we
get
have here
1%
for
and we get
today.
99.
All Gen G, unsurprising. There is 1-3-2 in the mix. Will there be any more Ox?
Yeah, the model revolves around like helping grow brands,
There it is.
Yeah.
them
so why
getting
did you go for 3-2 when us
decent
as
sized
the
cuts of a
global
lot of
side
things
have
that
gone
happen,
generally more Gen G sided, even
salaries,
than the Korean side.
I just think, you know,
um,
I'm not
sponsor
completely
cuts for
convinced by
everything.
Gen G. I know obviously they had a close series against HLE, but HLE
And,
had a close
yeah.
series against everyone, it seems.
everyone making content
But
basically.
I just still think,
Yeah.
I'm
The
hoping
getting sponsor part is the biggest problem I found with these streamer teams. Not to rent for too long, but like,
this isn't the Gen G that we've had.
trust me when I say we're working on it.
Like, they are the
It's
strongest
very
team
hard though,
defensively. And, you know,
because you have
we're very
6
early in the
people
year. This
who
is,
all have their own
with
brands
Juro
and
coming
all
in,
have their
and obviously
brand image rights.
losing,
And if a sponsor comes along and pays for the team, which distributes to every single one of those 6 members, the cost that you get as an individual is probably less than if you got a sponsor in the same category to give you an individual deal to your own stream. That makes sense? That's what I'm realizing is the problem. So if a monitor company wants to sponsor me, and I get that for the team, that means that individual can't get a monitor sponsor anymore, and they lose out. So the only real workaround is getting sponsors in categories that are very niche. So yeah, we'll see. I went through this before.
But you're on a team with such veterans and a really strong, large.
But this is one
I think it's hard
kind of
to step
wall
down
we've
walls. It's gonna
I've
take
realized
time
is happening.
before we see that full form.
We'll see if we can find a
Keeper
workaround.
matchup is spot on. Keith
But yeah, the
definitely
merch right now is
always
gonna be
trying to
popping
something
big
more
time.
recently. A lot of tank options
The merch is gonna be
popping,
popping
so it
big
makes sense.
time.
But Kingen has just been an absolute
And I appreciate anyone who supports with the merch.
parries that he's been-
Draft
But I don't know, content aside, money aside,
I do worry for
flaming
an
aside,
option,
bro,
when
it's
it just
fun
comes
as
down to
fuck.
this Fearless.
I'm having a
But
ton
I
of
do
fun
think
with the
that Gen
boys.
G have shown enough
It's just
weakness to at
fun.
least drop
It's
one.
refreshing.
I think the biggest concern is honestly
I think the
Fish's
best thing
right
is
now,
like,
because
if you're just sitting there at home playing solo queue on stream 12 hours a day for like a year,
him as being
it
like
gets
the-
boring, man, for you and the viewer, I can imagine. This is just fun.
I feel like he's been struggling so far. Now, the
What is
buy does
this?
help with that, but you'll kind of be committing like full charge Q into ult to get on top of them.
Is it a new
Yeah,
Alistar
you'll pick
chroma or
three,
what?
given that Zaya's banned, we often see like Zaya Ezreal banned away when you have
For
a
his base
buy.
skin?
So Gen G knowing they want to pick that up for his rotation. But also importantly, by taking the Ezreal Nidalee there, they leave that third pick as a counter option. And unsurprisingly, Nongshim
That's
goes
a
for
battle
Rumble,
pass skin?
So I think that third pick is definitely going to be valuable in terms of counteracting that if you want to secure.
What do you mean
some
that's a
team
battle
like
pass
the
skin?
Ambassador.
They just
Also,
changed the
Nongshim's
colors on his
looking
horn and
at
gave him a
Fiore
jacket.
For Fisher, a pick he's had fantastic success.
PSA 10 mint cancelled X Lost Ratone 001 holo. Jesus. Actually looks kind of clean, you know. Actually looks mega clean. What did Velia write? Hums is doing the Yorick cosplay with his back like that. Wait, that's my posture. That's my posture. What is this clip?
I mean, my opinion, Bao's playstyle is giga fucking garbage as well. But he's a streamer. He's not gonna get banned. And he actually goes top lane. And even if he goes 0-20 every game, at least he's going top lane and getting waves.
Yeah.
So enemy can just get towers for free.
Yeah, he's OP.
Enemy can just get everything for free.
Yeah.
But the Sion will get the wave, you know what I mean?
That's the silent strat,
At
baby.
least his playstyle is around.
That's the silent strat.
Get farm.
Yeah.
But this is next level stupid. The bounce is not. It's not like you will ever see this in pro play either, right? Like it's not like this. The bounce playstyle is viable. I mean, you can.
I saw it on the Reddit. You'll never see it in pro play. You're seeing it. When will Lost Ratones play against Ruddy? I don't know. When they... Maybe spring, when they have like a roster that scrims, actually. Bro, didn't they play like 2 days of scrims a week? And in those scrim games, they cancelled after game 3 every time. They did like 2 days of scrims or 2 days of scrims a week, then they cancelled after 3 or 4 games or 3 games. And then we didn't get in the same bracket as them. But I know in spring they will turn it around. They will turn it around. They will sign, or they will change the roster to have like people who actually care, and they'll put in more effort, I hope. And then they'll be fine. And then we'll have some good competition. I feel like Nord did pretty well. I feel like people sleep on Nord. As much as I think like it's not the best roster in the world, at least they're like putting in a lot of effort to try and get good, you know? Like they're grinding their fucking asses off, those guys. They're grinding. What the fuck is that? Neme! Hums is on his reverse Nemesis arc. How it started, how it's going. Yeah, bro, Hums was depressing to watch yesterday. I hope he's okay. Riot is only making 3 normal clashes per year. Bro, I actually kind of liked Clash. I liked Clash. This is the most disgusting mode ever. Why the fuck is that even on the Reddit? Riot Games. So, chat, this is a new skin for Alistar? This is like, quote-unquote, the new Alistar skin? Jesus. Jesus. How much is the skin? It's a free skin in the pass. So this is the skin you can win in the battle pass. It's basically a chroma, yeah. They just changed the colors. It's based on the new Noxus law. Wait, is Alistar Noxus? Meow. Is Alistar Noxus or not?
Oh boy, Nongshim made that one really close as Gen G are able to